The Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 15, Try. Episode 15 of The Walking Dead Season 5, Try, delves into the mounting tensions between Rick's group and the residents of Alexandria. As the survivors struggle to adapt to their new environment, the episode explores themes of grief, leadership, and the fragile balance between trust and control. Plot summary. The episode begins with Deanna Monroe and her family mourning the death of Aiden, who died on the ill-fated supply run. Deanna watches a video of Aiden and reflects on the loss, while visibly questioning Rick's group and their impact on Alexandria. Deanna's trust in the newcomers begins to waver, fueled by Father Gabriel's earlier warnings. Meanwhile, Nicholas, the only Alexandria resident to return from the supply run alive, provides a skewed account of what happened. He blames Glenn for Aiden's death and portrays himself as the hero. Deanna listens carefully but remains skeptical, sensing that Nicholas's story may not be entirely truthful. Rick, Carol, and Daryl continue their investigation into Pete's abusive behavior. Carol confronts Rick privately, insisting that Pete must be dealt with immediately. She argues that Pete's abuse puts everyone in danger and that Rick, as a leader, has a responsibility to protect Jessie and her children. Rick, torn between his instincts and the need to maintain peace in Alexandria, agrees to confront Pete. Michonne, struggling to adapt to the relative safety of Alexandria, questions her own role within the community. Her conversations with Rosita and Sasha reveal her internal conflict about whether to let her guard down or remain vigilant. Sasha, still dealing with her grief and anger, isolates herself outside Alexandria, where she takes out walkers in a reckless attempt to channel her emotions. Rosita and Michonne follow her, trying to bring her back, but Sasha resists their efforts, insisting that she needs to handle her pain alone. As tensions rise within the community, Glenn confronts Nicholas about his lies and cowardice during the supply run. Glenn warns Nicholas to stay away from the group and reminds him of the consequences of his actions. Their confrontation underscores the growing divide between Rick's group and Alexandria's residents. Rick's feelings for Jessie Anderson become more evident as he talks to her about Pete. Jessie initially denies the abuse, but when Rick insists that he can protect her, she breaks down and admits the truth. However, when Rick offers to help, Jessie's husband, Pete, arrives and becomes confrontational. The situation quickly escalates into a violent fight between Rick and Pete, spilling into the streets of Alexandria. The residents gather to watch in shock as Rick, overcome by anger, brutally beats Pete. The fight ends when Deanna intervenes, demanding that Rick stop. Bloodied and enraged, Rick delivers an impassioned speech about Alexandria's weaknesses and the need for stronger leadership. He warns that the community's current approach to survival is unsustainable and that they need to be prepared to make hard decisions. However, before Rick can finish, Michonne steps in and knocks him unconscious, bringing the chaos to an abrupt halt. The episode closes with Deanna reflecting on Rick's words while the group grapples with the aftermath of his actions. Sasha continues to isolate herself, Nicholas secretly arms himself, and the community remains divided over how to move forward. Key themes: leadership and control. Rick's clash with Pete and his speech about Alexandria's weaknesses highlight the tension between Rick's survivalist mindset and the community's sheltered way of life. The episode raises questions about what kind of leadership is necessary in a post-apocalyptic world. Grief and isolation. Sasha's behavior reflects the emotional toll of loss, as she isolates herself from the group and uses violence as a way to cope with her grief. Truth and deception. The conflicting accounts of Aiden's death and Nicholas's attempts to manipulate the narrative underscore the importance of trust and honesty within the group. Morality and justice. Carol's insistence on taking immediate action against Pete highlights the moral complexities of justice in a world without established laws. Character development. Rick Grimes. Rick's growing attachment to Jessie and his frustration with Alexandria's weaknesses drive him to take drastic actions, highlighting his internal struggle between morality and pragmatism. Michonne's role as a stabilizing force becomes evident as she intervenes to stop Rick's outburst, showcasing her ability to balance compassion and strength. Sasha Williams. Sasha's grief and anger push her to the brink, revealing the psychological impact of the apocalypse on even the strongest survivors. Carol Pelletier. Carol's pragmatic approach to justice and her protective instincts continue to define her character. Deanna Monroe. Deanna's leadership is tested as she tries to reconcile Rick's warnings with her trust in the community's ideals. Memorable moments. Rick and Pete's brutal fight, a powerful and chaotic scene that underscores the tension between Alexandria's residents and Rick's group. Glenn confronting Nicholas, a tense moment that reveals the growing divide within the community. Sasha's reckless behavior outside Alexandria, showcasing her emotional turmoil. Michonne knocking Rick unconscious, a shocking act that highlights her commitment to maintaining order. Rick's impassioned speech about Alexandria's weaknesses, a defining moment for his character. Conclusion. Try is an intense and emotionally charged episode that sets the stage for a dramatic season finale. It explores the deep divisions within Alexandria and the challenges of integrating Rick's group into a community unprepared for the harsh realities of the outside world. With its powerful character moments and escalating tension, Try leaves viewers on edge, eager to see how the conflicts will